Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 7 between White Raw and Sen. This is the Dollar and Sen show match brought to you by our fantastic staff and volunteers of NASL. We are all volunteering time to bring you this stuff. It's going to be awesome. No, it is awesome. And you know what? Look out for more things coming out from us, the NASL staff, and also just the community, as we have some of the most fantastic community members in the world that are willing to donate their time and efforts to making as much stuff for everybody else as possible. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this game. This is going to be a test bug MLG version, the MLG IC Cup version, I should say. We have Sen in the 6 o'clock position over here as the blue Zerg, and of course our good old lovable friend White Raw as the red Protoss in the 3 o'clock position. We can see White Raw is going to see and scout out Sen immediately. That's going to incur a spawning pool first thing from Sen. A pylon is actually going to go at the top of the ramp, so almost Zelnanga-esque, I want to say. Hopefully we don't see the same results where White Raw really kind of blundered that game. Well, definitely keep an eye on things. Spawning pool goes down for Mr. Sen on 14. He's just going to drone up. Still no extractor, and he loves this type of style. Going the later extractor, just relying on your mass circlings and your queens in the beginning to defend against any sort of stalker pressure. Stalker pressure is very applicable if you want to, or excuse me, if you're opening up gateway first, because the metabolic boost isn't up in time. So you can do, you know, a couple of snipes on drones. You can really mess up a queen even. I've seen players actually kill an entire queen because, you know, you just do not have metabolic boost in time. And also, just incurring more Zerglings. The more Zerglings you incur, the more damaged the Zerg is in terms of getting drones, because if you didn't know, the hatchery produces larvae, which either produces drones or Zerglings, so you're doing indirect damage to your opponent through them creating Zerglings. Very, very powerful way of playing against Zerg. Cybernetics core going down, and a second assimilator. We do see the first Zealot coming out after all of that as well, so he's really looking to go probably around a 3-gate expand, I want to say. That's pretty standard. He does have the ability to go some sort of tech as well. But we'll see. I've seen White Raw also do 1-gate expand into around 3-4 gates. I'm not sure if he does that completely right now. Another probe is coming out, and this is just a scouting probe, and I like this. The activity of these top-level players with their scouts is just so strong. It's almost like they have a rule: always have an eye on the map, whether that eye is a unit or a probe or an overlord. Whatever it is, you always have to have something out there because it's so important. First sentry is coming out here, which is indication that there is going to be a couple of gateways popping up soon, but we can see the gas is hovering over. Ooh, there we go. Twilight Council going up. And it looks like, well, it could be DTs, it could be Blink Micro, it could be Blink Stalkers. So, kind of interested to see how Sen takes this. It's actually very, very difficult to see what's going to happen. This map isn't a great map for doing suicide overlords, that's for sure. So even getting there, it's the Twilight Council is all the way on the top here. The nearest overlord is all the way down in the bottom. It just makes it so hard, which makes this map a little bit more difficult for Zerg to handle with. Nevertheless, we do have Sen just taking this expansion. He has the second queen down there. It's producing as much injects as possible. Creep Tumor has already started. Kind of interesting to have Creep Tumor already down. Oh, no, there's usually room for one. Okay, I know what build he did. He did get his second queen a little bit earlier before the hatchery was done, so it enables him to get that Creep Tumor out before he needs to inject it all. So Sen, what is he going to do? He's actually getting a Roach Warren right now. He might be defending against some sort of 1-base timing, which is sort of what White Raw is doing. He's actually going up to Dark Templars, and there goes the expansion. So this is going to be like that aggression, and behind the aggression, it's going to be an expansion. And I like this type of play. It really allows you to feel your opponent and have a good grasp of what they're doing. It forces your opponent to do a specific thing, which is going to be defend against this. You can't really get a fast third, especially on this map with the thirds being so far away. You can see one's over here, One's all the way over here. So defending against something like Dark Templars, you need Spore Crawlers everywhere. You need an immaculate creep spread, which is very hard on this map, just so you can shuffle around and get to the places you need to go. First two DTs are going to get out here, and a Zergling did squeeze by. So it saw, I'm pretty sure, that Dark Shrine. Yes, it did. Oh, what a huge hit, and the Spore Crawler is going down for Sen. He has a lot of roaches back here, so I don't think these two Dark Templars are going to do any damage. First Dark Templar is going to get in here. It gets sniped immediately, and the second Dark Templar, it just gets outside of the range. It's going to be able to squeeze all the way across, but he has to be careful that one Spore Crawler is in range, so he will be able to spot out and see exactly what's going on. I'm kind of worried for this Dark Templar. It's kind of sitting here doing nothing. It really would be better if it went to the third locations. We can just stuff any sort of fast third, but for now, White Raw is, I want to say, a little bit behind. Income tab shows 34 to 44 harvesters. You can already see that Sen has taken a pretty huge advantage in the income tab. And that last Dark Templar is going to be cleaned up. So just about a 50% increase on his opponent in terms of income, which is quite substantial. I'm wondering how White Raw goes about this now, because, you know, his gateway army is kind of lacking. You know, he only has 3 gateways up. Fourth one is just converting into a warp gate. He doesn't have 5 or 6. He does have the tech, so you can go Blink Stalkers after this, but the power of these roaches, they were started very early. It gives him this little surge, which allows him to either take another expansion, will beat the gold expansion, or just keep massing, and either of these is going to be very, very strong against the weakened gateway units that, you know, coming out from White Raw, and just White Raw's behind. It's really, really tough for me to see this, because, you know, it was just a build order problem to begin with. The Dark Shrine being exposed early was very, very difficult. Nevertheless, I like what Sen's doing. He's just staying on 2 base for quite a long time, developing his roaches. He has the +1 attack coming up. The Glial Reconstitution, which is the roach speed, is being upgraded, and he's doing all that before getting the 3rd base. So he's going to be really, really safe against any sort of timing pushes. And it looks like White Raw, he has Archons out, but still, this is a tiny, tiny army going up on creep. Let's go ahead and go to the unit tab. 20 roaches out, 8 Stalkers, 4 Sentries, 2 Zealots, and 1 Archon. Now 26 roaches. How many more roaches are in production? Only Zerglings right now. Still, this is going to be very difficult for White Raw to do increased amount of damage. It's just, it's going to be tough. I think right now he needs to just settle down, take an expansion, because if he attacks now, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Like, a lot of trouble. And no, White Raw, he's going for it. Does he know about that gold expansion? No, he doesn't, but he's probably assuming that that gold expansion is there. The creep is almost there, so that's one thing that could help him out a little bit, but this is still pretty dangerous. Now roaches are moving up, one-shotting the Stalkers so easily. They do have blink, so they can blink back, but this is just so many roaches now finally throwing down so many force shields, but it's not going to be enough. Zerg is just overrunning the Protoss forces, and it looks like all these blink Stalkers just will not be able to be enough. The roach speed is too much. GG comes out from White Raw. Fnatic MSI Sen taken out 4-3 in a nail-biting series right to the end. Dark Templars, kind of unfortunate, but nevertheless, White Raw with his special tactics. Of course, we know him for that. Sen just played immaculate, going up 3-0, then dropping the next 3 games, then finally winning the last match. Very, very nice. I love the play, love the style of Sen. It was just a very relaxed, calm style. He knew what his opponent was capable of. Just said, I'm going to overdevelop my army in the ground, then I'm going to burst forward. If he ever expands, I'm going to go crush that. And then if he doesn't attack, of course, I'm going to plant my expansion down right when Glial Reconstitution and my +1 finish. So it makes for a really nice timing, really, for him to take that expansion. Loved everything about Sen. Both these players are fantastic players. You can follow Sen. He is part of Fnatic MSI. You can follow more of him. He has a lot. He streams all the time. He does so much. He is a player from Taiwan, and I believe he will be competing in the Taiwan WCG. That is going to be the same time as when MLG Anaheim is going to start. MLG Anaheim is going to be the last weekend in July, and that's where you can find more of White Raw. He's going to be there, so if you're in the area, or even if you're not in the area, go check him out, check me out, check all the NASL staff out. We're going to be there at MLG Anaheim. It's going to be a great time, so please do feel free to come up to us and just, you know, say hello, give us a chat. I'd love to say hello to everybody out there. Anyway, this is going to be the Dollars and Cents show match with our winner being Fnatic MSI Sen. Congratulations to you yet again. Keep on the lookout for more things that NASL is going to be produced. Again, this is all from the volunteers. Elliot is back there. He's doing all the camera stuff. We have a ton of editors working on things, and they're volunteering a lot of time to put this. Again, a special thanks to all the volunteers out there. Prima Dog, you are absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Team Liquid. Thank you, Reddit. Thank you, wellplayed.org. All of you, the community has been fantastic with the growth of NASL and the growth of esports. We wish to further esports even more. Anyway, I am Greytorp, aka Andre. I should probably do that the other way around. So I'm Andre, aka Greytorp. I guess more people know me as Greytorp than Andre in the world. Elliot, agree? So, nevertheless, thanks guys for tuning in. We will catch you next time.